Evasion. When we talk about evasion, you're basically trying not to get hit, okay? We're going to be covering planes of movement. We'll probably just pick one of these, but I'll give you an overview of how all of it works, okay? So planes of movement has to do with how our body mechanically moves throughout space, okay? And there are a lot of different ways to talk about that. Head movement, where I just move my head, okay? We can talk about axial movement, where I'm moving from my hips, okay? And there are different ways of doing it. So head movement, let's say I'm going in a circle this direction, okay? That'd be circular head movement. I can go the other direction. We have angular head movement. That's where I'm making like a diamond shape. I'm gonna move this way or this way. Let's try the other direction. Okay, that's more, I guess, fast or more jagged of a movement, line A to B instead of your rhythm of going around, okay? So that's just with your head. Now technically we also have planes of movement with our spine where it connects to our hips, okay? We have a forward axis, we have a rear axis, and a neutral axis, and we can actually rotate between all of those as we're striking, okay? But the key is, let me grab my marker here. Actually, I have the marker. Come on over here. With our head movement, I'll show you real quick how this works. Okay, this is circular head movement, okay? Now, side to side is usually the first one people learn, where they just go side to side, okay? This way. Now, circular, we can do a full circle, as you see here. Full circle, either direction. Okay, these are like arrows. But I can also do a half circle. I can do a half circle here, and the sides, okay? So a half circle might look like this. Maybe I go half and back, side to side is what we talked about before. Or you can do quarter circles, okay? So quarter circle, boom, boom. See, I'm trying to round my head, okay? That would be like a quarter circle here. Now that's circular head movement. When we talk about angular head movement, it's the same concept, but it just cuts from this point to this point. Same thing here, and here, and here, okay? So angular might be, instead of having a rounded shape to my head movement, I cut an angle fast, okay? So that's the idea of circular and angular head movement. What we will likely do to simplify things for you is pick just one, in which case you're going to maybe practice that 1, 2, 3 that we talked about. So 1, 2, 3, or something along those lines. I just used 3 different types of head movement along with my strikes. But since we're focusing on evasion, someone else is going to be trying to punch you, and you're using your head movement and your axial movement to not get hit, okay? So that's the idea of it. I know it's a super long explanation. We'll probably simplify it and throw one more video out for you. But that's what we're going to be covering this cycle.